Good afternoon, guys. Aaron Dorr here with the American Firearms Association with a really important legal update for all of our members. AFA, myself in particular, are here live on the ground right now in East St. Louis, Illinois. Not exactly a fun town to visit, just going to be honest. It's a very rough place. If you've ever been here, you know what I'm talking about. But we are here because this is day 2 of a 5-day bench trial making its way through the process over J.B. Pritzker's assault weapons ban that was enacted a year and a half ago, almost 19 months ago now here in Illinois. As you guys know, AFA was early on in the legal battle to overturn this law with various amicus briefs. And then earlier this year, after the preliminary injunction requests were denied, we asked the United States Supreme Court to get involved directly and give relief to our members here in Illinois. Supreme Court said they would not, in fact, take up the case. That was somewhere around May of this year. But I want to be clear on this. What they said is, we're interested in this case, but we can't take it up yet because the actual merits of the constitutionality of an AR-15 ban have not yet been argued in court. Because previous to that, we were working on a preliminary injunction before we even went to court to block the enforcement of this tyrannical BS law. Supreme Court said, no, you first have to have the actual court battle over the merits of the case. So that's what we're doing right now here today. There is 5 or 6 different lawsuits, as you guys probably all know. They've all been combined into one great big entity here in East St. Louis, and this case is being argued as we speak right now. The judge in the case is Stephen McGlynn. I want to confirm here. Stephen McGlynn was confirmed to the federal bench in 2020. He is a Trump-appointed judge, and he is a judge who did grant a preliminary injunction briefly a year and a half ago in this fight, but he was overruled by the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, I want to be clear on this. The various outcomes are as follows. Judge McGlynn might say, no, this entire AR-15 ban and the 150 other guns that it bans is constitutional, and it's fine by me. More likely, he'll do what he did a year and a half ago and say this is unconstitutional, and I find in favor of the plaintiffs this entire law is BS, and I strike it down. If that's what he does, and I think right now that's the odds-on favorite, immediately the state of Illinois will appeal to the 7th Circuit in Chicago, and they will ask them to block that decision from Judge McGlynn. This is the same court, after all, who a year ago had perhaps the worst opinion we have ever seen in this country from a circuit court when it comes to the Second Amendment. They actually said in their opinion last year that this is not actually a Second Amendment case because in their minds, semi-automatic rifles are not even covered by the Second Amendment. They see them as all as weapons of war, don't you know? So that's where things are today. Whichever party loses here in East St. Louis when this case wraps up will appeal to the 7th Circuit. That will probably not go our direction at that point. But here's the good news. We need to get to these points to then make our appeal to the United States Supreme Court. That is what we're working on here today, is laying the groundwork necessary for that appeal to check all those boxes to give Clarence Thomas and Alito and all the rest of these guys their chance to weigh in and remind tyrants like J.B. Pritzker that this is not allowed here in America. It's going to be a big day, guys. There's a lot more testimony coming. Today we've heard from James Ronikin. He's been a witness for the last, 5 hours now. He spent 30 or 40 years with Remington in New York and in Kentucky and in Alabama. He is their lead he's retired now, their lead design engineer on their AR-15 platform, specifically working on the trigger mechanisms. And he's made a great mockery of the idea that a semi-automatic AR-15 is just the same as a full auto M4 weapon of war. So guys, a lot more to come. Thanks for all your support. We're only here because you guys give us the ability to fight for you. Get more involved today at joinafa.com. Follow us on social media, and we'll keep you guys informed. Take care.